project. Now we are finally presenting our evening. As you know, we are Yamin Sosa, Ernie Guevara, Manuel Herrera, Carlos Martinez, Carolina Reyes, and Joyce Guerra. First, we are going to see the table of contents. Okay, we are going to talk about the table. The table of contents. First, we have a little introduction. Then we pass to the project objectives, and then we pass to the initial difficulties. Then we go to the name of the project. We pass to the plot or the topic of the game. We pass to the design, and as 7 we got the audiovisual development. As 8 the game development. As 9 a little conclusion, and as 10 the analysis. But first we're going to talk about the project objectives. As the general objective, we can create an analytic visual novel that implements graphic and interactive elements, bringing the user to a complete experience. Then we pass to the specific objectives. We can develop a visual novel that transports the user to the history of a student at the Universidad Nacional de Ingeniería. Then we pass to face communication difficulties and challenges within the team in order to complete the project successfully. Then we pass to carry out the narrative writing and plot of the game through revision in order to maintain the interest of the user. Now we are going to talk about the name of the project.
Name of the project. What does this name mean to us? Human Things is important to our development team. Initially, it was about the human decisions and their consequences. Now it's a fantastical and dark narrative. Human Things shows how emotions like anger, grief, or hatred can cause extreme change in your mental health, like hallucinations or nightmares. We decided the name in English because it sounds more elegant and captures the game's essence. The extraordinary experience defined the human condition. What inspired us to make the game? As an avid gamers, we were excited by the idea of making a game from scratch, exploring development, design, and scripting. Video games is a powerful tool for imagination, and this project challenged us creative abilities, inspired by our university and some personal experience. Continue with the problems in our project.
The initial difficulties of the project. The first difficulties we that it was the change of the environment and from the language. This is from due to the complexity of creating an environment and from language. Regarding from language, Unity, language the university. He discovers a mysterious book full of secrets that he is determined to uncover.
Sense developed. We decide divide the lore into scenes because it's better to develop our ideas and maintain a perfect timeline. This division is also made it better to develop in programming. Additionally, the goal environment work with scenes.
We were still talking about the topic of the game. I'm going to give you all of you a little context of what happened in each scene. We divided in 5 scenes and a little cinematic. In the first scene, we got the main character discovering the society's teaching and the first sign that something is going wrong. Then we pass to the second scene where the main character tries to alert all the authorities about the note that he found in the bathroom, but he was completely ignored, so he started to investigate it on his own. Then we pass to the third scene where the main character discovered that the symbol that he found in the note in the bathroom is related to Satanism. Then we made a little cinematic where the main character is being destroyed by the book and he is thrown to the fire like a sacrifice. Then we pass to the fourth scene where the main character discovers his friend Isabel's secret and the secret passway in the building basement. As the fight scene, we got the main character being captured by the pool. Then he discovers later that he's going to be the next tribute. Then we pass to the last scene where the main character is about to be sacrificed, but the authorities save him. After a lot of questions, the main character goes to his home, and there he is surprised by a mysterious figure that is supposed to be someone of the group. Then the game ends there. Now we're going to talk about the design of the game.
Okay, folks, to be continued to the design of the game, normally the starting to design was static. Normally the different main characters in the game, you can look at this compared to 2000 season anime. It's a good inspiration about the times of them to take in this game is so hard. Decided a zero aesthetic. Different characters in the game, suppose Police is our main character and Balance covers the name of the sector. Normally this is designed to transfer or telling you different feelings, normally horror, fear, scare. We want to tell you who describe the game or who tell you the game with fear. The colorimetry. Normally decide a dark colorimetry for the type of serious topics in the game. All characters have a different colorimetry or palette of color for you can link in or meaning more for this character. We want to design this type for you need more close to the character and explain more the feelings in the game. So we continue to what we want to transmit. Normally, in this game to transmit different feelings of horror and fear with inspired by different topics, the religion and demonic, focusing in the rituals and cultures. Normally, you can see different aesthetics in the dark parts. You can feel so hard. Normally, when you're feeling so dark, you can feel more fear. This is the type to design this. We decide this for the serious topics and the aesthetic so hard or seriously for express all fears or when the user can experiment that. It's for that is the dark palette and it's so dark. To be continued to the audiovisual designs.
Well, good morning. To continue this exposition, now we're going to talk about the audiovisual development. Well, first the soundtrack. Well, the soundtrack is a crucial part in the game because we are looking for soundtrack that provokes classical melodies, sound effects, suspense music, and sounds. Well, first, we are looking for sounds of music that provoke fear, tension, and because that we are inspired by games like Silent Hill or Final Fantasy. In this example, we use Snapchat, an application on Android, to download for free videos or music. There's a little example of to download the music. We are looking for video, copy the video link to YouTube and paste it into Snapchat. Then we edit this music or the videos in CapCut to apply in some translator and level sounds. Well, now the set dressing is in base of real photographs of the university. These photographs are edited on Pixar, on our application Android, and then they are combined with characters created in Adobe Illustrator. Then obtain all the resource. Now we going to put them in CapCut. We should go to green windows and paste them. Well, if somebody wants to use some tool that we use, here we are. The camera is the camera module for smartphones. Pixar for the video, CapCut video editor, Adobe Illustrator, the graphic testing software, Google research engine, YouTube, the video platform, Snapchat music and video download module. Godot, game development engine, and Google the text editor. Now we're going to talk about the game development.
Before I start with the part that is the game development, if you have any questions at the end of the execution of the project, you're gonna have a space where you can ask us if you learn the language. And if you can hear us, you can raise your hand and tell us, hey, can you speak aloud? And we're gonna do it. No worries about it. Well, in this part of the project, we divide the game development in 4 sections. Or if you want to be more specific, in 5 questions. First one is, why was the environment changed? Well, I don't know if you remember that in the first position, we decided to work with Unity. But for the recommendation of one of you, and more specific, NASA told us that it's better to work with Godot because Godot will and gonna work better with our project because our project work with the scenes. And another reason that the environment changed was the easy and friendly environment that Godot has. Now we have the advantage and disadvantage. One disadvantage was that the entire group doesn't have the experience of how to use Godot. So it was a little bit complicated using. And the advantage is that the language that Godot has is GDScript, which is a mix of C#, C++, and Python. So that means that language will be in a very short way to learn. Now we have the step-by-step of development. This process was very, very long because first we had to select and create the characters, select the music, create the menus, create the sounds. So before create the project, we find out a lot of information of how Godot work. And the first step that was discussed in its box of how the main menu will look. If you remember, the first part of the project presentation was the present of the game. If you see in the right corner, you can see the human things, and you can see also a picture of Uni with one filter, and also you can see the layout of the buttons. So this part was very difficult because all of us have a different opinions. Now, implementation of the plugins. This part of the implementation of the plugins was very complicated because one genre of the game was the visual novel. As you know, the visual novel is according dialogues, according histories, telling a history. So how can we do that? We didn't know it. But we find out information about that point, that's dialogue 2. Dialogue 2 was found for us in a community of the God, where you can find information, plugins, and recommendation of the community, of the Godot community. So we download it and we implement to the game. And with this point, the part of the dialogue was very easy to us. It was very easy to organize all the ideas, organize all the dialogues, and organize all the SMs. Now we have the development difficulties. In this part, the main difficulties was how Godot would work, because we didn't know how it worked. So we had to search at tutorials of how to add a video, how to change scenes, because Godot works with scenes. So to change a scene, you have to do a process and calling the call a function, the function for another, and do the change of the scenes. So of the part was the main difficulty that we find out in the Godot. Now, before end of the position, we have the conclusions.
To the conclusions, all this work is so hard, and we want this game, you want or you like it. It's a long hard to all this group that have a different problems and difficulties in different points and topics, but as we want to fix that and just create a more teammates, close the relationship in the group. All this improve all points in the different abilities with typing, with writing, different points of telling, design, programming. All this improving different points in the life. This create more opportunities in the future. That just create a new. This is a work. You can look this. It's incredible that all is working in that. And thank you for Mr. Silva to support our process. That is a good point of the work. Thank you for all to coming today. And thank you.
Here's some pictures of all the time the Boston project. You can see some resource.